Good morning, Dr. Jamie Tester. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show live in Dallas, Texas. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Well, I want my audience to know I told you I'd be speaking with Dr. Jamie Testa. She's an OB-GYN with United Healthcare. And she's going to give us some information or talk with me about OB-GYN and maternity and give us some of the inside details. What's going on in that area that pregnant women need to think about this at this time? Because pregnancy is enough to think about.
Right. Well, I think what's really important is if a person thinks they might be pregnant, the most important first step is really to get in touch with their provider and schedule an appointment as soon as possible so that they can confirm their pregnancy, but also right away start to work on a plan that's unique to that person to help support both their physical and their emotional needs during pregnancy. And really, for those individuals who don't have a provider yet, that's okay. You can contact the number on the back of your insurance card or even reach out to your local health department so that you can connect with care just as soon as possible.
I'm going to take this question that someone gave me earlier. They wanted to know, how is a pregnancy trimester calculated?
A pregnancy trimester is calculated based on that last menstrual period and then goes on for 40 weeks. And that's a great question that I would encourage people to write those kind of questions down, and they can get a lot of detailed information from their provider during their care.
There you go, poster from Instagram. Okay, tell me about the importance of prenatal care during the first trimester.
Well, you're right. Early prenatal care is critically important, especially during that first trimester, because it helps to improve outcomes for both mom and baby. So those early visits help to identify potential risks. So moms have the information and resources they need right from the start. But the other thing it does is it helps create this reliable trust system so that you and your provider can tailor a plan unique to your needs, both physical and mental health. And super important, for those individuals experiencing substance use disorder or opioid use disorder, it's important to know that your care team is there to support you, not judge you, really to help ensure the best outcomes for both you and your baby.
I think that's a great note for people because doctor visits are very invasive on the patient. They really are. You're telling stuff you don't tell to your best friend or your husband or your mate or something like that. Thank you for that. What advice do you have to expectant mothers when they're trying to navigate these appointments?
Well, there's so much going on a day-to-day basis. So I would offer a few simple tips. First, write down your questions, no matter how big or small, and bring them with you to every appointment. Second, don't hesitate to ask about things like nutrition, breastfeeding, and what to expect during each stage of your pregnancy. And then third, keep track of your health information and bring it with you to every appointment. But really, the bottom line is this: every person, every pregnancy is different. So having this open communication with your provider really helps to make sure you have all the information and the resources you need to support you during your pregnancy journey.
And finally, I'd like to ask you, when women schedule follow-up care after they've given birth, tell me about what do they need to address, because it's going to be different than pre-care.
You're right. And postpartum care is just as important as prenatal care. So to begin, I would tell everyone it is encouraged you get in and see your provider within 3 weeks after you deliver, and then have a full comprehensive checkup no later than 12 weeks after you deliver. And at that postpartum follow-up, you cover a whole host of things like recovery after delivery, breastfeeding, adjusting to life with a newborn, and mental health and well-being. And so super important for new moms. If you are feeling unusually low, anxious, or overwhelmed, please speak up to your provider about it, because it could be a symptom of postpartum depression or anxiety. And these are both very common, but they're also very treatable, and there is support available. You do not have to go through it alone. So please make sure you schedule those postpartum follow-up appointments.
Okay. Can you tell me, since you're with United Healthcare, what makes your umbrella of providing healthcare accessibility, what makes you different from the other providers?
I think it's important to know that we really work to provide resources and information for the whole pregnancy experience to an individual. And that's where I would encourage people to check out everypregnancy.com, which is a free resource provided by United Healthcare to all individuals, where you can get great information, trusted information, and support to help individuals both before as well as during and after their pregnancy.
Okay, I want to thank you so much. I'm going to take this last question because I usually have more questions than time. The poster said that this information will be great for their children, but what about when you're now in menopause? Do you offer that kind of service, telling us how to navigate that? Good question.
That's a great question. You're right. We go through different phases of our lives, and there's different challenges throughout all of that. So for those who are expecting, everypregnancy.com has a lot of great information and resources, but I would encourage them to also check out unitedhealthcare.com for additional resources specific to unique needs.
I want to thank you so very much for stopping by the Valder Beebe Show and educating my audience. I love it when someone has information that can change your life. And this can change your life, Dr. Testa. Have a great morning.
You as well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.